Miłosz Piowola, Esquire, Adventure Milo, and this is an exhibition called Pieniny in the Snow. It's a set of images that I put together based on photography that I took while hiking in the Pieniny National Forest. Here in the southern part of Poland, the river Dunajec cuts the border between Poland and Slovakia, and that river is where I live, and this park exists, and the history and culture and traditions of it are still vibrant and alive today. And I suppose a study of what I am doing on the Pieniny with my lifetime of existing here now is, I suppose, beginning with the geology, the deepest history over here. And that is taking pictures of pretty rocks and mountains. So what I want to show here is that there's a character and a personality and a emotional state that exists when you come into this area of the world, into this geographic ecosystem, into this biodome of diversity, where we have endemic flora and fauna. Endemic meaning only exists here in the world and nowhere else. Firs, the cedars or spruce, I think it's a spruce. The spruce trees that live here are like this Arctic type of spruce that clings on to the scraggly cliffs. And that spruce, some of them are 300, 400, 500, maybe 700 years old. And it is on the cliffs in the Pieniny Park that these spruce still find an environment that is sustainable for them. In many of the lower areas, warmer plants have moved in. You're gonna have these parts where only these things exist, get smaller because the things that exist everywhere are going to just kind of keep covering them. So it is, in fact, on these cliffs that you can see in the Dunajec River Gorge, that you can see these historic portals into the past of what this area looked like, especially in the snow, because this is an area that got significant snowfall. And so over here, this particular piece is called the Giant Shoulder. And I only named it that after I actually took a look at this image through the camera lens. And what I wanted to show here was this is taking off of the path to Szczawnica from Stromowce Niżne through the national park along the Dunajec River Gorge. And what you see is you see two mountains kind of passing each other as you're walking past. And the effect that this has is of the mountain kind of lumbering forward in front of you. And as you're passing one direction, if you're looking over your shoulder, you'll get to see it. And if you're walking in the opposite direction, if you're walking coming back, that's when you actually get the whole view of it, off to your right over the river. And it's called the Giant Shoulder because it is upon this shoulder of this giant that this piece of history rests, this area that continues to have this environment. This area is specifically that kind of micro-environment that clings on to the cliffs, where you can stare at it and you can sense history, you can sense prehistory. You can view the way that these slabs of granite or limestone bent underneath the earth under extreme stress and heat and folded together like a cake if we were to zoom out. And these are the outcroppings here of these layers of this rock. And so when you're staring at this lumbering mountain moving through here with this piece of history upon its shoulder, I see it as a moving, elastic, living character that has a lot of dignity to it, because it is through some of the most pressing economic and political times that have passed through our collective history that this park continues to remain such a vibrant source of life, diversity, and a connection to this biological and geographic history that exists here, that continues to be protected. The park, Pieniński Narodowy Park, is protected by UNESCO So are the flisatsi, which are the river boatmen that continue to take people down the river without using any sort of pollutants like gasoline or motors or anything. They just float down in it. They continue to use the natural resources in order to create their boats and their outfits. And so coming over here is sort of like, it's a portal into the past that you can kind of step through right here from Nad Przełomem and cross the river into the Slovak inside. And as soon as you step into the park, it's like the years of civilization evaporate. And you're seeing the same old growth forest that was over here before, the same river that wound its way, the same, in this gorge, and the way that the people live here as well. This particular image was very powerful to me because while mountains lay on the ground, this image rises in many directions around you. And it gives you the sense that you're in the canyon surrounded by this forest and this place. And it's not something you're looking at from the distance or anything like that. It surrounds you. And the effect that people discuss when they come here is a type of Narnia experience. And what I mean by that is that the forest possesses its own soul, it creates its own environment, and when you step into it, you leave one place and you're in another, and it's private, and it's you and the forest. And as I said, it has a character, it has a personality. And when you look at this photo, I feel it's not the description that I'm giving you, the words that I'm using fall short of what it is that this effect has. But perhaps by listening to these words and carefully examining this portrait and seeing the different layers of it, you can begin to gain a sense of the emotional communication and the, again, personality and character that I'm trying to pass across of the experience of being here. Not just a pretty postcard, but a memory and a snapshot of what your experience would be if you were to come here and to contemplate on this timeless place that continues to defy existence just by merely continuing to be here and to be accessible for everybody. So that's the long and short of this image, and I love the way that it actually came together with these wings of the Trzy Korony, which are two different perspectives that were taken. On the left side we have Thorn, and on the right side we have Watchful Sisters, because the three peaks are named after the three sisters. And on the left side is this piece that stuck out to me and just called to me to take it. A beautiful photo with the sunset on it. And like I said, so the spreading wings of the Trzy Korony with the rising giant shoulder in the center gives more of a character to a larger context of visiting this place and not feeling like this image is anything special in and of itself, but rather connecting it through your own personal experience by being here and recognizing, I wonder how many people will be able to catch this on their walk. This past Sunday, I had my first workshop here, Fotospacer, Winter Fotospacer, and the first person who came to this Fotospacer actually said, I know exactly where you took this, and we went over there and we took a photo together. And it was a good way to connect because it shows that you're paying attention, and it shows also that there are features of this park that, much like the face of a human being, you will take with you and you will remember and you will continue to hold long after you left and be able to recognize. So that's an inspiring moment that was captured on canvas and is now available here for your viewing pleasure. I hope you can come and join us at Pieniny in the snow in Hotel Nad Przełomem in Stromowce Niżne on the border of Poland and Slovakia. And if you miss it, catch it somewhere else. We might be in a castle or something else, and I'm sure there's another exhibition for you to visit. So thanks for joining me. This is Giant Shoulder in the Pieniny in the Snow exhibition at Nad Przełomem 2024.